Hey guys, this is Shannon with Nearly Organic Noshing, and it is almost the weekend before Thanksgiving. And if you're like me, you are doing your last minute planning, last minute shopping this weekend before the hectic couple of days before Thanksgiving. Now, the beginning of November, I sent out Evites to all of our friends and family that I was inviting for Thanksgiving, and I'll include a picture of what they look like. Okay, it's just really simple, and I know you can't read all of the information, and I made sure I cut off our address, that kind of thing. But I tend to do most of the cooking for Thanksgiving just because that's the way I prefer it. I have a few guests that will bring a couple of items, but it's mainly things like rolls or maybe a green bean casserole, something like that. But we cook for a pretty large crowd. This year is not going to be a huge crowd. We have quite a few friends and family that are going to be out of town and not able to make it. Our Thanksgivings are usually 30 to 40 people, and this year is going to be, I think, under 20. So, a pretty small crowd. So, I have my list of friends and family that I sent all my Evites to. So hopefully by 2 weeks before Thanksgiving, I have most of the responses back and know how many people I'm cooking for. So after I have that, then I go ahead and make my list. And this is my Mom on the Go, the In the Leafy Treetops planner that has a whole section for Thanksgiving. I absolutely just love this planner. So I made out my meal list and then kind of pared it down to what I'm actually doing. So I'm going to make a couple of appetizers. I'm going to do loaded cheese balls, maple bacon. They call it maple bacon crack. And I found it on Pinterest a couple years ago. And then cranberry cream cheese bites. And I'm going to add candied jalapeno to these. So I think those are going to be really good. And I'll have the appetizers sitting out by 5 o'clock when guests start to show up. And then we'll plan on eating dinner at 5:30. We do not have a large house, so we can't really do a sit down. It's more of a buffet style. So I'll just have the appetizers sitting out here and there around the house. So as people come in and mingle, they can have some appetizers. Now, our main dish is turkey and ham, and we always make at least 2 turkeys. Sometimes we do 3, depending on the number of guests, because one year, many years ago, I ended up giving away all of our turkey as leftovers to everybody when they leave, because I always sit out to go boxes. And Chris was pretty bummed that we did not have leftovers when it was said and done. So we always make plenty of turkey. We can always put it in the freezer and use it later, but there's always turkey for turkey leftovers and ham. And then this year, instead of just the regular pecan dressing, I'm going to do a sausage cranberry pecan dressing that I saw on Cheese in Her Apron. It just looked really good. My mom makes an awesome sweet potato souffle, so she's going to do that this year. Green bean casserole, mac and cheese, mashed potatoes, and of course, cranberry sauce and applesauce. And then I pared down our dessert list this year. I still may go back and make the date nut balls, but I usually do those at Christmas. Mom said she was going to bring a dessert, so I may just leave it here. So I'll do 2 pecan pies, 2 apple pies, 2 pumpkin pies, and whatever's left we'll end up taking to camp, because we are leaving for camp the day after Thanksgiving. And then beverages, I'll do a big pitcher of sweet tea, unsweet tea, and then I'll do like a cranberry lime water. And then we'll have yeast rolls from Golden Corral. That started becoming a tradition, I don't know, about 6 or 7 years ago. And one person always brings the yeast rolls from Golden Corral, and I don't make bread anymore. So that is the basic menu plan that we have. And what I do is I go ahead and make out a list of all of the items that I'm going to need to complete those dishes. And once I make my list, then I go and I start shopping my pantry before I go to the grocery store. So I look first to see, do I have it? Do I need to buy it? So when I went in my pantry, I have cream of mushroom soup. I could make it from scratch, but I'm not, just for time's sake. I have green beans. I have pineapple that I canned. I have cranberry sauce. Again, I could make the cranberry sauce from scratch, but I just don't think I'm going to this year. It's going to be really busy. So I have lots and lots of canned pumpkin. This is just the regular canned pumpkin, and I found I had one great big container down here of the pumpkin pie mix. So I think I might do one pumpkin pie with the pumpkin pie mix, and I'll do one pumpkin pie doing it from scratch. So, because I want to go ahead and use this up. I had a jar of maraschino cherries, which will go with the pineapple for the ham. This is applesauce I canned last year, so I pulled that out. I pulled these out of, oops, sorry, my battery is flashing. I pulled these out of the freezer for pecan pie. I had these French fried onions for the top of the green bean casserole. Now I went and looked in my refrigerator to see what I have. How many cream cheeses do I have? How many shredded cheese and all that? And then I look over here at my rack. I have potatoes, I have onions, I have sweet potatoes that are growing things. Don't look at those. I need to go through and go through that. I don't have any squash down here at the moment. So I have enough potatoes to make mashed potatoes. I probably need another bag of onions. I might pick up another bag of potatoes just to make me feel better, to make sure that I have plenty. I have a ham in the freezer. When I went to Aldi's earlier in the week, they were having a sale on turkey, so I went ahead and picked up my turkeys when I took my daughter shopping at Aldi's. I go visit her at college, and when I do, I'll take her out for the night, and I'll say, okay, let's do some grocery shopping and stock her back up so I feel better and know that she's eating real food and not junk food. So now I have my list, and I can work my way down the list and mark off the things that I know I have that I do not need to buy. Like I have pecans, I have cream of mushroom soup, I have cranberry sauce, I have fried onions, I know I have cream cheese. I'll probably pick up one more cream cheese and one more sharp cheddar just because. And then I have cherries, and then I marked off the dates and the Rice Krispies because I don't think I'm going to do that. And then I'm starting another list over here for just miscellaneous items that I know I need when I go to the grocery store. So I know I need toilet paper, and Jaden needs a new shower liner for his bathroom. So I am going to go ahead and go through my freezer one more time, double check, make sure that I have everything I need. And then I'm also working on my camp lists over here, but that is completely different. That's for when we go to camp, and we'll be taking a bunch of leftovers. So this is what I have planned out for now. I also have my to-dos and things I need to pick up. I know I need aluminum pans. Honestly, this year I'm just not digging out all of my pretty glass dishes because the next day, like I said, we are leaving for camp, and I don't want to be up till midnight scrubbing dishes and soaking things, so I am going to use aluminum. I want to wash all of my Thanksgiving tablecloths so they'll be fresh. For the table, I need to pick up paper goods that are like the dessert plates and the pretty napkins and stuff like that are Thanksgiving themed. I need plates, silverware, and to-go boxes. To decorate, I need to pull out my fall tablecloths, which I need to wash. Some Thanksgiving signs, some extra fall leaves I had, all of these salt and pepper shakers that are Thanksgiving themed, the butter dishes, and the gravy boats, because I have matching ones for all of that. And then I'm making mulled wine for camp, so I may do that for Thanksgiving dinner also. Everybody loves the mulled wine, and I can always just bottle it and take it with me. So this is where I'm at right now. And it just gives me a game plan in mind so that when I go grocery shopping this weekend, I'm not going to buy a bunch of extra. I try and keep a well-stocked pantry so that I can do this and I can shop from the pantry. Or if I forget to buy something, hopefully I have it or a substitution in the pantry. So I hope this helps. I have recipes pinned on Pinterest in a Thanksgiving album for items that I'm going to do from Pinterest. And then I also have my recipes written out in a cookbook of the ones that I need, but honestly, I cook mainly from memory. I have a couple of family recipes I follow, like for pecan pies and things like that, but most everything else is from memory, and I just cook each year. So this weekend, I will take my turkeys out of the freezer, I'll take my hams out of the freezer, and I will do my grocery shopping, and I will be set so that I'll be ready to go to start cooking Wednesday when I get off work. Okay, guys, I hope this has been helpful and that everybody else is busy preparing and getting ready, same as me. All right, guys, have a great weekend.